Hey, welcome back. In this video, we will learn about background images in CSS. So let's get started. So I have an empty HTML boilerplate once again, and I have the empty style sheet as well, styles.css file. And for this lecture, basically for this video, what I have done, I have gathered some images. So there is one, this is the one image, then there is another image, there is another image, and then I have an icon type of an image of owl as well. Okay, so we will be learning about the background images. So to do so, what I can do, I can just get rid of this dummy h1, and what I can do, I can just do a div, and I can add a class name, class of box. Okay, and here inside of this div, what I can do something like lorem. Okay, save, and now here is our div. Okay, now what I can do, I can go to the styles.css, and for the box I can just do something like height of 500 pixels, width of 500 pixels. And what we have learned the background color, right? We can change the background color. So I'll just change the background color to something like our favorite one, blue violet, something like that. Okay, hit save. Now if I go to my browser, as you can see, here is our box. Okay, now to add a background image, what we have to do, basically we have to use the CSS property, which is background image. So background dash image, and here what we have to pass, we have to pass the URL for the image, like where that particular image is currently located. So you can do URL. Okay, and then do the parenthesis, and inside of this parenthesis we have to pass the URL. So here I will pass the relative URL, which is inside of the images folder, and then what I can do, I can just pass bg1.jpg. So dot slash, then VS Code is auto completing, so we are in the current directory or the current folder basically, and inside of that we have the images folder, and inside of the images folder we will have these images. So I will go with the bg1.jpg. Okay, hit save, and if you go to the browser right now, as you can see, our image is showing up, but it is cutting off because the size of our image here is, as you can see, here is our size of the image, which is quite large, and our box is only 500 by 500 pixels. So that is why the full image is not showing up currently right now by default, but we can change that, and we will definitely see about how to change these behaviors, like the positioning of the images and how we can change all of that in the upcoming videos. Okay, so here is our background image, and just notice that the behavior of the background color and the image is quite similar. The text is on top of our background image currently right now. If we add a color, the text is always on top of that. Okay, now let's go here, and one other thing which I want to show is this URL. It doesn't have to be a relative URL. What do I mean by that? So this URL can be the URL of an image which is hosted online, and I will show an example of that. So if I just go to pixels, okay, so this is the pixels website where I have grabbed all of the images. You can grab the images as well. So you can use any of the image of your choice. Now here, what I can do, I can just go ahead with some of the image, something like this. Okay. Now I'll right click and I'm not sure. Open image in a new tab. Okay. Now this is the URL of the image, right? So I'll just copy that and I'll go to my code editor, and instead of this local URL, I'll just paste this one. Okay. And this is a quite long URL. And now if I go to my browser, as you can see, our image is showing up. So in this way, you can display the images which is hosted online. Okay. But what I'll do, I'll just get rid of this and I'll just do background image of URL. And then what I can do, I can just do something like bg3, something like this. Okay. And if I just do that, as you can see, our image is changed right now. All right. Now let's see what happens if the image size is too small, something like our owl. Okay. And also, as you can see, if I just zoom in a bit, it has the transparent background as well. So let's see what happens. Okay. So I'll just get rid of this and do owl.png. And if I now go here, as you can see, because our owl was smaller than 500 by 500 pixels, so what is happening? The picture of our owl is getting repeated. And as you can see, the owl has the transparent background. So now what we can do, we can use the background color with the background image as well. So if I just go here and do background color of something like blue violet and save. So here what we have the background color. On top of that, we have the background image. And then on top of that, we have the text. Okay. So here it is. And this is the ordering basically. So we can use different images with background color as well. Okay. Now you might be thinking, okay, so owl has the transparent background. What if there is no transparent background? So if I just get rid of this and just use the BG1 and go here, so our background color is totally gone right now. Why is that? Because our image is not transparent and background image sits on top of the background color. Okay, so here it is. Now what we can do, we can use multiple background images at once as well. So how we can do that? So to do that, what we have to do, we have to do URL once again, and then we have to put a comma. Okay. So on top of the BG1, let me just check BG2, BG3. So let's do BG3. Okay. All right. And here what we can do, we can do /images/owl. So save that. And if we go to our browser currently right now, so as you can see, the order matters, right? So we have first defined this owl. Okay. That is why the owl pictures, basically the picture of owl is on top of the background image, which we have described here. So if I just change up the order right now, okay, if I just do something like this and go to the browser, now we are just seeing only the background image, which is the first one, like the BG3. Okay, we are not seeing the owl. So the order matters. So if I just cut it out here and paste it out here. So as you can see, by using this syntax, we can use multiple background images and we can change the ordering of the background images by specifying the URL in that particular order. Okay, so yeah, this is the background image in CSS.